Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Katholina with the evening news. The headlines. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu says COVID-19 pandemic needs to be used for making necessary changes in perspectives and living practices. Union Home Minister Amit Shah says battle against COVID-19 is being fought with contribution of every citizen of the country. Nagaland's total COVID-19 rises to 774 after 26 new cases reported today. And Union government says recovered cases of COVID-19 exceed active cases. Recovery rate improves to 62.93%. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has urged people to introspect on life during the last few months under coronavirus and assess if they have learned the right lessons and equipped themselves to face such uncertainties. In his Facebook page, Naidu said the pandemic needs to be looked at not only as a disaster but also as a corrector for making necessary changes in the perspectives and practices of living. Vice President Naidu said constant evaluation of the course of life in all its manifestations and in the totality of context is an essential prerequisite for a higher living. Home Minister Amit Shah today said India has fought the battle against COVID-19 successfully so far. He said the country is fighting the pandemic valiantly and the entire world is witnessing it. Participating in a tree plantation campaign run by the Central Armed Police Forces in Gurugram today, Shah said there was apprehension about how a huge country like India, which has 130 crore population, can fight this battle. Shah said this battle is being fought not only by the government alone, but with the contribution of each and every citizen of the country. The Home Minister said security forces are playing a significant role in containing COVID-19 and they have proved that they not only know how to fight terrorism but also fight COVID with the help of people. Nagaland's total COVID-19 tally stood at 774 after a total of 26 new positive cases reported today. Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pangnupom in a series of tweets today said 18 cases were from Dimapur, 4 from Phag, 1 case from Kohima and 3 from Tueng Sang. Meanwhile, 14 more COVID-19 patients have recovered today, 8 in Phag, 5 in Paran and 1 in Kohima. Pangnu said all the recovered patients will be kept under strict surveillance. Of the total cases, 447 are active while 327 have recovered. Union government today said that the recovered cases of COVID-19 have exceeded active cases by over 242,000. In the last 24 hours alone, 19,235 people have recovered from COVID-19 and recovery rate has improved to 62.93% in the country. So far, a total of 5,34,621 people have recovered in the country, which is much higher than the total number of active corona cases of 2,92,258. Health and Family Welfare Ministry said a total of 28,637 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country within 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 8,49,553. This is the highest spike in fresh cases recorded in one day since the outbreak of the pandemic in the country. In a single day, 551 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 22,674. Health and Family Welfare Ministry has advised the states that all the investigational therapies are required to be carried out only in proper health care facilities where close monitoring of patients is possible. Indian Council of Medical Research and All India Institute of Medical Science have strongly recommended that the focus of clinical management should continue to remain in oxygen therapy, steroids, high-quality supportive care, including mental health counseling for patients and families. For mild cases, which are nearly 80% of the total cases, hydroxychloroquine has been recommended. The states were also told that the available evidence for remdesivir suggests that it may decrease the time for clinical improvement when used in moderate to severe cases. You're listening to the news from All India Radio, Kohima. Government has decided that global tenders will be disallowed in government procurement tenders up to 200 crore rupees. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman reviewed implementation of Atma Nirbhar Bharat package pertaining to Ministries of Finance and Corporate Affairs. In the review, it was decided that no global tender inquiry shall be invited for tenders up to 200 crore rupees unless prior approval is obtained from Cabinet Secretariat. In its efforts to support state governments, the Finance Minister announced that the centre has decided to accede to the request and increase borrowing limits of states from 3% to 5% for 2020 to 21 only in view of the unprecedented situation. This will give states extra resources of 4,28,000 crore rupees. Government has also announced 3 lakh crore rupees collateral free automatic loans for businesses including micro, small and medium enterprises. Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has appealed to Indian students from various top global universities to come and innovate in India to explore the emerging opportunities. He was interacting with a vibrant group of young overseas Indian scholars, students and friends yesterday on last mile energy access in India. Articulating India's energy vision, Pradhan said, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has envisioned a clear roadmap for India's energy future, which rests on 5 key enablers of energy availability and accessibility for all, energy affordability to the poorest of the poor, efficiency in energy use, energy sustainability for combating climate change as a responsible global citizen, and energy security for mitigating global uncertainties. He said, the government has introduced the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana scheme in 2016 to provide LPG cooking gas connections free of cost to 80 million poor households. Niti Aayog's Atal Innovation Mission has launched ATL app development module for school children across the country. The ATL app is an online course which is completely free. Through 6 project-based learning modules and online mentoring sessions, young innovators can learn to build mobile apps in various Indian languages and showcase their talent. Additionally, to build capacities and acumen for app development within school teachers, periodic teacher training sessions will be conducted on the IAM app development course. Niti Aayog Chief Executive Officer Amitabh Kant said, COVID-19 pandemic has brought about a big disruption which is being tackled through the use of technology to aid for everyday lives. The CEO said it is crucial for the young Indians to learn skills at a young age and to enable them to become the next generation of technology leaders. Road Transport and Highways Ministry has decided to ensure capturing of FASTag details while registering or issuing fitness certificates to vehicles all over the country. The ministry has written a letter in this regard to the National Informatics Centre, states and union territories. It has informed that full integration of National Electronic Toll Collection with Vahan portal has been achieved. The ministry said fitment of FASTag is to ensure that vehicles crossing the National Highway fee plazas use electronic medium of FASTag payment and cash payment is avoided. FASTag will also be effective in minimizing possibilities of spreading COVID at national highway toll plazas. And in Assam, several major rivers including Brahmaputra are flowing above the danger level and over 8.5 lakh people are affected due to floods in 21 districts. 2 persons lost their lives today due to landslides at 12th Mile near Guwahati. Floodwaters also damaged 46,000 hectares of agricultural land. Over 9,000 people are taking shelter at relief camps. Dhemaji and Borpetra are among the worst affected districts. Meanwhile, SDRF and NDRF teams are deployed in relief and rescue works. To end the news, the headlines here again. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu says COVID-19 pandemic needs to be used for making necessary changes in perspectives and living practices. Union Home Minister Amit Shah says battle against COVID-19 is being fought with contribution of every citizen of the country. Nagaland's total COVID-19 rises to 774 after 26 new cases reported today. And Union government says recovered cases of COVID-19 exceed active cases. Recovery rate improves to 62.93%. That's all we have in this news bulletin. Good night.